Hey everyone, Reddy Linx here. I'm joined with Topsy Turvy, and we were supposed to join with Shirley and Sylvia, but they'll be joining shortly. Shortly in a bit, I hope. Anyways, welcome back to another Reddy Linx's Choose Your Own Adventure live stream, number 13. Today, the book we'll be reading is Welcome to. Wait, no, not Welcome. Escape from Camp Run for Your Life. For those of you who are. Oh,
Hmm?
someone joined, but they're. But I put a link here. Let's see, for Sylvia. Not sure if this person is Sylvia or not.
Hmm. Hmm.
Strawberry Bear. Uh,
We can wait. I mean, it's not like a. I mean, look, we can wait 5 minutes, can't we not? Right?
yeah.
Yeah. Mm-mm. I mean, it's up to
Unless you're
you, man.
Sylvia.
Yeah. Go ahead, man. Sorry.
All right. There's. All right. I'm just gonna on. You know, one of these isn't actually a kick. Uh, Sorry for the inconvenience. All right. This is Sylvia.
Hey, man.
Hello, Sylvia.
Hello. Hello.
We were just about to start. Shirley will be joining shortly. Can I ask you, Sylvia, not to put on your not to pull on your camera? That's kind of distracting. Oh, sorry, I didn't really plan. Sorry. Maybe next time. My apologies. Uh, Anyways, let's go ahead and start the book. I'm sorry for all the inconvenience.
Sorry, man. Don't worry.
All right. Gonna read the beware. For those of you who are new to the series, basically me and some guests will try to get one good ending in these books with 3 tries. Meaning the first 2 endings we get are fine, but the last ending, that's it. So this is number 19 in the series, and I'm gonna read the beware page so we can be aware of what's gonna happen. Alright. Beware.
And
Do not read the book from beginning to end. Strawberry, I'm gonna have to ask you to be quiet. I might let you join next time, but I didn't plan this time, so sorry again. I'm gonna have to ask you to be quiet. Alright. Alright. Welcome to Camp Running Leaf. If the sports camp, it's the sports camp of your dreams. But this place is weird. The coaches are drivers. The camp, the campers act like little robots, and the food, well, let's just say it's nothing to write home about. The activities sound cool though. You can camp overnight and look for bones in Zombie Cave. Coach says you could win a medal or become one of the Walking Dead. Aw, he was just kidding about the dead part, wasn't he? Or or you can compete in the selection. It's an awesome obstacle course with stuff like water jumps. Only hold on. Why is that water squirming? You're in control of this scary adventure. You decide what will happen and how terrifying the scares will be. Start on page 1, follow the instructions on the bottom of each page. You make the choices. Make the right choices, and you'll have the summer of your dreams. Make the wrong choice, and it's camper beware. So, take a deep breath, cross your fingers, and turn to page 1 to give yourself goosebumps. Reading that, I think there, it looks like we're dealing with a escape from Camp Run for Your Life, running lead. Oh, Sylvia left. I'm sure she'll come back eventually. All right. Looks like we're dealing with a fake name, like Camp Run for Your Life, Camp Running Leaf.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it looks like we're dealing with a fake name type of situation. I'm sure Sylvia will come back. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, she will. She's probably having a technical issue.
Sorry.
Sorry, man, don't worry.
All right. I'm gonna keep in mind of this, guys. All right. We're starting the book now. I'm gonna need you guys to listen carefully.
Okay.
All right. Topsy Turvy, if you would mute your mic.
Sure, man.
All right. Let's get started. Page 1. All right, you say to yourself. 10 minutes ago, it looked like as if you were facing another boring day at home. All the kids in your neighborhood are away at summer camp. All but you. Your parents decided to take you on a family vacation instead, to your grandparents' farm. Boring. But your mom and dad just got an urgent call to join a dig for dinosaur bones in Monogali. Monogala. I don't know how to say that. They're leaving in the morning. We'll be away for a month, your mom says. Sorry, sweetie, but we'll have to send you to Camp Pendleton after all. I guess I'll live, you reply, hiding your grin. Yes, Pendleton is a sports camp. You love sports. You've wanted to go to Camp Pendleton ever since your Uncle Ed had told you about it. It's got the latest equipment and the best coaches. You call Uncle Ed with the good news. He promises to take care of all the arrangements. He'll even drive you there. The next morning, Uncle Ed arrives at your parents. Your parents, Uncle Ed. The next morning, Uncle Ed arrives. Your parents are rushing around, getting ready to leave. They kiss you goodbye and remind you to be careful. Don't worry about me, you reply. What could go wrong? Nothing, right? Turn to page 2. I'm Psychid, you announce as you slide into Uncle Ed's station wagon. You're going to have a great time, Uncle Ed declares. I should probably get rid of this, the link. Yeah, just gonna say this right now. No one else can join the stream from that link. Alright, alright, we'll continue. Your uncle usually doesn't talk much about himself. You aren't even sure what he does for a living, but you do know he likes sports. That's what you talk about on the way to Camp Pendleton. Only when it's taking forever to get there. It's out in the boondocks. All the roads are. I swear. I don't. Ani. Alright. Only it's taken forever to get there. All the roads here all look the same. You stop for a snack. Uncle Ed makes a quick phone call. When he starts the car again, he pulls out onto the road, going in the wrong direction. Uncle Ed, you say, I think you're going the wrong way. Nah, Uncle Ed says. I've got a great sense of direction. You spot an old man in front of a lone house in the woods. Pull over, Uncle Ed, you urge. Let's ask. Sports camp? The old man frowns. There's a camp about a mile away. He gives Uncle Ed instructions to get there. I'll pass the gas station. You'll know you know you've got too far. I see I told you where I was going, Uncle Ed says. Turn to page 3. A minute later, Uncle Ed turns down a dirt road. He pulls up to a military-looking gatehouse. A big sign says, "Welcome to Camp Running Leaf." Huh? Where's Camp Pendleton? You cry. Uncle Ed only shrugs. He doesn't seem very upset. A beefy guy with a chew-cut white shirt and a whistle around his neck approaches your car. "I'm Coach Rex," he says. "Are you a new camper?" "No, I'm looking for Camp Pendleton," you answer. Coach Rex clears his throat. This was Camp Pendleton. A new owner just took over and changed the name to Running Leaf." "So everything's okay, right?" You say goodbye to Uncle Ed. He shakes hands with Coach Rex. "Work this youngster hard," he orders. "Oh, I'm a driver," Coach Rex answers with a chuckle. Coach Rex and Uncle Ed laugh like two old friends. Go on page 4. Coach Rex leads you to a cabin. He points out an empty bunk, and you drop your stuff on it. "Think you're a hotshot athlete," he shouts. Surprised, you stutter. "No, I just like sports." Coach Rex barks. "We don't put up with wimps here." He gives you the one. He gives you the once over. "You don't look very strong." You thought you're in pretty decent shape, but "Let's arm wrestle," Coach Rex demands. What's his problem? He seemed so friendly a minute ago. You sit at opposite sides of a table. Coach Rex pins your arm in an instant. He looks disappointed. "Kid, you don't have what it takes," he announces. "But you will, and soon." It sounds like more a threat than a promise. Suddenly Coach Rex brightens. The first thing you the first thing you the first thing for you to do is to choose one of two events to take part in. One of it is an overnight hike for four. Not again.
Hmm. Again? And,
But Sylvia left again.
should we just
If
continue?
I'm gonna have to get the link again. All right. Choose one of two events to take part in. One of it is an overnight hike and fossil hunt in the woods around the camp. You love camping out. Sounds cool. The other event is called the Selection. It's a series it's a series of athletic events. The winner gets a special prize. So which are you going to choose? Choose pick the hike, turn to page 78, pick the selection, turn to page 125.
Hmm. Maybe go first choice.
Yeah, it's our
Hmm.
first choice. So so we can either go on a hike, which the book described we're going to be looking for bones in a zombie cave, or we can do the selection, which is described as like a sports tournament like thing, but something tells me that's going to be rigged with dangerous stuff.
Yeah, I agree. Well, you.
Who knows? Maybe
Yeah,
the
yeah.
prize
There's a
is
high.
probably becoming slaves.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, there's a chance. I mean, a random guy just in one of the books just came up to us and basically we said words he wanted us to say, and he just kind of made us slaves, if you know what I mean.
Also, something doesn't feel right about Coach Rex. Maybe we're
Yeah,
not in Camp Pendleton like he said.
yeah, he's definitely interesting.
Well, should we go on the hike or should we go for the selection?
I'm gonna say hike. I don't know. I agree. I'm just gonna say hike.
I want to see some full-blown zombies, so we're going for hike.
Yeah.
All right. I'll try the hike, you decide. Okay. Meet Coach Crump at the equipment shed, Coach Rex orders. He points out the shed to you. "Get going, camper. 4 other kids are already waiting at the equipment shed when you get there. A dark. When you get there, uh, 4 other kids are already waiting in the equipment shed when you get there. A dark haired girl with braces smiles at you. I'm Tracy, she says. I'm going on the hike too. The other kids introduce themselves as Samantha, Al, and Ted. Samantha, a tall, strong-looking girl, beckons all four of you closer. I've heard some strange things about this hike, she whispers. They say some kids don't come back from it. Then why are you going? Al asks. I want to win the outdoors medal. Hello, Sylvia again.
Sorry about that.
Hey, hey. We chose to go on the hike. Hey. I want to win the outdoor. I want to win the outdoors medal. Samantha replies calmly. You smile to yourself. Camp always have camps always have silly, scary stories. You know, Samantha is only trying to psych out the the competition. But you're a good hiker. You plan to win the medal yourself. Here comes here comes another hiker, Ted exclaims. You glance up and see someone running toward the shed. Oh no, you groan. What's wrong? Find out on page 36. You know the person running toward you toward the shack. Her name is Kim. She goes to your school back home. You've disliked her since you did a geography project together. Kim complained the whole time. Even worse, you did all the work. I can't believe this, she exclaims. When she catches sight of you, of all the camps in the whole country, I end up at the same one as you. Great. She's already complaining, you think. A pale, heavy-set man in a white shirt comes puffing up. I'm Coach Crump, he says. Okay, listen up, campers. The point of the hike is to earn your outdoors medal. He reaches in his pocket and pulls out a shiny disc. This is the medal, he says. He holds it up. It gleams in the sunshine, as if made of gold. A small figure is carved on it. You can't quite make out what it is. Cool, you murmur. You reach for the medal to examine it closer. Coach Crump snatches it away. Snatches it away. Hands off, he thunders. Go on to page 52. I just wanted to see the medal, you gasp, shocked. Not till you've completed the hike, Coach Crump bellows. He leans over. Understand? He says, right in your face. This guy is weird, you think. You wonder if you've made the wrong choice. To earn your medals, you must be able to read a map and get around the wilderness. Coach Crump goes on. He holds up a map and points to a mountain. You must find Zombie Cave here on Zombie Mountain and remove a bone from it as proof you were there. Zombie Mountain? Excellent! You love spooky stuff. A bone? Kim exclaims. Shoo! The cave is full of bones, Coach Crump declares. Human bones, he adds with a smile. Now now he passes out the map. He passes out maps, one to each kid. After you leave Zombie Cave, he continues, we'll all meet at the campsite on Zombie Mountain. Cool, you think? First a spooky fossil hunt, then a campout. This is going to be great. One more thing, Coach Crump adds. He glares from camper to camper. Watch out for zombies. What? Turn to page 132. You crack up. There's no such thing as zombies, you snort. Are you sure? Coach Crump narrows his eyes at you. Why do you think they call it Zombie Mountain? You know he's just fooling, but he sounds awfully serious. What do zombies look like? Kim asks. They're the walking dead, Coach Crump replies. They crave living flesh. A zombie's bite will turn you into a zombie. You and Al snicker. It's not funny, Coach Crump says, solemnly. Every year we lose a few campers to zombies. Okay, the coach is trying to make a hike more fun, but isn't he going a little overboard? Ted pipes up.
I've heard stories about a strange guy who lives on Zombie Mountain. They call him the Cemetery Man.
Crump scowls. He doesn't exist, he snaps. Okay, people, the gear is in the shed. Take what you need and get started. You take a sleeping bag, pack food, and a flashlight. Coach Crump hands you a map and a box labeled survival kit. You're turning to go when the coach stops you. Wait, he exclaims. I forgot to tell you the most important thing of all. No matter what, you must reach the campsite by midnight. Go on to page 50. What happens if we're late, you ask? Are the zombies going to get us? Sorry.
Are the zombies going to get us?
Al adds, grinning. They might. The coach glares at Al. Or they could just as easily get you earlier. But if you're late, you're disqualified. No outdoors medal for you. We won't be late, you all chars. You'll be safer hiking in pairs, Crump calls. As soon as you've chosen partners, start the hike. See you at the campsite. You see that Samantha has already paired up with Al. Ted and Tracy are starting the pair are are starting up the trail together. That leaves you with Kim. No way, you think. She's lazy. She's a complainer. Besides, you're a good hiker. You don't need a partner. On the other hand, Coach Crump told you to pair up. What will you do? Are we given a choice? Pair up with Kim or try to hike alone?
Hmm. Huh. I don't know. Should we though? Because like, what? Okay, what are, like noble disadvantages of going all together? Is there just I see
Uh,
it as better. Like, go ahead.
Coach Crump did say we needed to bring someone.
Yeah.
Even if Kim is lazy and we don't like her because we did a geography project when it was meant to be a team project.
Hmm. I don't know. I'm just gonna say keep your friends closer and keep your enemies closer. I'm just gonna say that.
All right, well, I guess we're gonna pair up with Kim.
Yeah. I'm gonna. I'm just gonna say pair up.
All right, pair up with Kim.
Hmm.
You sigh. All right, let's team up, you say to Kim. You watch while she studies her map. You hate to admit it, but it's true. Kim is a much better map reader than you.
Zombie Cave is on the other side of Zombie Mountain,
She remarks, pointing to a squiggle on the map.
also the campsite is on the same side of the mountain as the cave.
She continues.
They look close to each other.
So let's get started, you say impatiently.
Wait!
Kim cautions.
According to the map, there are two ways to get to the cave. We could take the main trail over to the mountain, but it's very steep.
What's the other way, you ask.
The other way is to follow the river around the mountain,
She explains.
but but it's much longer also.
She squints at the paper.
There are some strange markings I can't figure out.
You glance at the map. X's line the riverbank. You decide which.
You decide which route seems easier.
Kim asks you. You study the map. Both routes look tough to you. Which one would you take? Are you given a choice? Climb the mountain or follow the river?
Hmm. Huh. Okay, you can definitely trip on the mountain. I don't know if that's just me, but I think you can trip. I'm just saying. Uh,
And plus, what if the river is so deep?
yeah, yeah. I know because like mountain you can trip, but then the river you can also trip, and there's a chance like anything could be in the water, so you have no clue. Uh, I
I
don't
don't
know.
I don't I don't feel safe in the river. Like,
Yeah,
what if
same.
there's there, like, what if there could be dangerous fish in there?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm worried about. Yeah, but what happens if we fall off the mountain? There's no help getting to us, I'm sorry. Uh,
I say we climb. I say we climb the mountain first. If it's wrong, then we can come back and choose the river.
yeah, yeah, true.
All right, let's climb the mountain.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna say climb the mountain.
All right,
Mhm.
you and Kim toil up the mountain. It takes all afternoon, but the most tiring part of the hike isn't the climbing. It's listening to Kim complain. At least you spot what you came for. In the face of the cliff is a dark, forbidding hole. Zombie cave. A trail leads down to it from where you are. Oh, there's two of you. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, that's on me. It just
Okay,
yeah, there you go.
alright. Alright, we found Zombie Cave. A trail leads down to it from where you are. You and Kim hike down the steep trail. About halfway down, you hear a strange noise. A combination cough and growl. What's that? Kim asks nervously. Zombies, you reply in a spooky voice. Jeek sh- Kim shrieks. Just kidding, you tell her, grinning. As you continue down, you hear the sound again. It seems to be following you. Ignore it, you tell Kim. You're almost at the cave mouth. You're almost at the cave mouth. You run ahead of Kim and enter the cave alone. But when you see what is waiting inside, you freeze. On page 18. Kim comes up behind you. What's wrong? She asks. "Uh, Zombie? You stammer.
Oh, please, Kim snaps. I mean, do I look that stupid?
You'd like to answer that question, but you're speechless. Because the creature in the cave is the nastiest thing you've ever seen. Gashes cover its colorless face, its eyes are dead, it smells dead. No, you reply, it really is a zombie! The thing takes several steps toward you. It moans. Kim screams. "So- Sorry, we took a wrong turn, you tell the undead monster. You begin backing out the way you came. The zombie staggers toward you. Run! You order Kim. The zombie lumbers along after you. It doesn't run fast, but it doesn't tire. Either you can escape. Either, how can you escape? You wonder frantically. Then you have an idea. Climb up the cliff, you shout at Kim.
Are you crazy? It's a cliff. Would you rather get caught by the zombie?
Wait, no, sorry. Would you rather get caught by the zombie? You ask. Enough said. The two of you start scrambling up the cliff. Scramble up to page 80. So we are actually encountering a full zombie, and he
Hang
wants
on, I
our
got
flesh.
someone's banging on the door. I gotta go. Hang on.
Okay. All right, I'll just continue the story. All right. You pull yourself frantically up. Your arms ache. You glance down. The zombie is trying to climb the cliff, too, but it's clumsy. Its rotting fingers can't sorry, okay, grasp the rocks. Finally, it seems to give up. You hang there, halfway up the cliff, and watch it.
Yeah, sorry, man.
Well, you didn't miss much. We climbed up the mountain, and the zombie tried climbing up too, but it gave up.
Hmm, interesting.
You hang there, halfway up the cliff, and watch as it vanishes into the trees. Phew, I think it's gone, you tell Kim. Come on, let's head back down the cliff. You've almost reached the bottom when you hear a growl. Crouched in your path in a mountain is a mountain lion. The big cat's yellow eyes gaze hungrily at you. Uh-oh. Head back up, you whisper. But just as you inch up the cliff, a huge boulder bounds down the slope, just missing you.
The zombie!
Kim cries.
It must have climbed up the trail. It's up at the top of the cliff.
You duck as another boulder hurtles past your ear.
Let's get out of here.
Kim cries. Great idea, you think? But where to? If you head down, the mountain lion will attack. If you climb up, you'll have to face the zombie. Alright, we're given a choice. If you go down toward the mountain lion, turn to page 101. If you head up toward the zombie, turn to page 54.
Okay, what's more dangerous? I think I'm gonna say the mountain lion. Sorry. I don't
Right,
know.
yeah, this this depiction of zombie, he seems slow. He's not like a 28 Days Later zombie.
Yeah, he's weak. He's feeble.
Yeah, he's slow and clumsy. Like Night of the Living Dead zombies.
Yeah, you can trip him easily. Just yeah, he's not
But
he's not
just
biting.
but but no, he's definitely gonna sink his teeth in your flesh if he gets a hold of you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but the zombie is slow and you could easily outrun him.
Yeah, for sure. But what
I
happens if
say
you
we have
land
better
on?
chances with the
Yeah,
zombie.
go on, go on. It's fine. Don't worry. Go on.
I say we have better chances with the zombie than the mountain lion.
Yeah, I agree.
Alright, so we're going up towards the zombie.
Mhm.
Alright, zombie. A hungry mountain lion can move a lot faster than a hungry zombie. You reason, you reason. Better take your chances with the corpse. Up, you order Kim. You scramble back up the cliff. Rocks and pebbles rain down and around you. The zombie bellows from above. You peer up. It it hefts another huge boulder. Oh no. How can it miss when you're so close? Then the zombie slips. It cries as it tumbles through the air, down, and it lands with a sickening far, far below. Yuck. Wow, Kim, you comment as you reach the top of the cliff. That zombie really fell for you.
Ha ha.
Kim huffs. Time to check out the cave. You hike down the trail and stand nervously at the entrance. A faint light glows from inside. You take a deep breath. Let's do it, you tell Kim. Let's enter Zombie Cave. Well, go on. Enter the cave. Turn to page 126. Carefully, you and Kim poke your heads into Zombie Cave. Hello? You call, hoping no one will answer. Phew, no one does. The cave is empty. You peer down at the floor. No footprints. And the loose soil. You must be first hikers to reach the cave.
Come on.
Kim says impatiently.
Let's find the bones.
Where is the light coming from, you wonder? Then you notice faint green streaks of glowing minerals in the cave walls. A quick search doesn't turn up any bones. First you feel disappointed, then you feel something on your leg. It tickles. Absently you reach down to scratch your thigh. A giant spider crawls onto your hand. With a yell, you flick the spider away. It flies off your hand and lands on the glittering object, half buried in the cave floor. A gold ring. Maybe we should dig it up. Maybe we should dig here, you suggest eagerly. We might find buried treasure. Or you might find buried terror. I like what they did there. Buried treasure, buried terror. See what's there on page 71. Actually, I'm gonna have myself a sip of drink. Okay. You dig with your bare hands in the soft earth. Kim doesn't help.
I don't want to break a nail.
She sniffs. After digging down a few inches, you feel something hard. A paw, feverishly at the dirt. Is it gold? Jewels? Kim bends down over for a look. It's a skeleton, she gasps. Human! You feel a chill. You feel a chill. You thought Coach Crump was kidding when he said the cave was full of human bones. But it seems he's serious. Dead serious. I mean, we saw a zombie. If you thought a zombie could live in a cave, then clearly some human bones could be in the cave too. Alright. Swallowing your fear, you keep digging 10 minutes. You keep digging. 10 minutes later, you've uncovered the entire skeleton.
Yuck. I'm not touching that thing.
Kim declares. You're not eager to touch it either. But you've got to get a bone if you're going to win the outdoors medal. And after all you've been through, you want the medal. After all you've been through, you want that medal. One of the ribs is cracked, Kim points out.
Break it off and take it.
You think it might be easier to lift the skull. But on the other hand, the skull is bulky. It won't fit in your pack. Alright, we're given a choice. Go for the skull or go for the rib.
Ooh. Okay. Hmm.
What do we... Coach Crump didn't really say we had to get a specific bone.
Yeah, it's not Pacific like it usually is. Okay.
The skull is bulky, and it won't fit in our pack.
Hmm.
Kim did point out that the rib was a bit loose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, true.
So should we go for a rib, or should we go for the skull?
I'm gonna say okay. I'm gonna say skull because remember you said something about it like being like I don't know what you call it, frail, I guess, frail,
Frail.
like loose, like loose, right?
But a loose... but that was like on the rib, but
Hmm.
I
Huh.
mean, should we go for the skull, or should we go for one of the little rib pieces?
I, I mean, hmm.
The skull is bulky, and it probably won't fit in our pack.
Yeah. Doesn't mean we can carry it. Well, actually, we probably can carry it, but we're actually remember we're high up, so getting it down will be
Yeah.
very difficult.
Yeah, even if we were able to carry it, we would need to hike down. And plus we would still have the mountain lion and the zombie to deal with. If the
Yeah.
zombie's still alive, that is.
Yeah, there's no way we're fighting a mountain lion or a zombie with that skull. I'm just gonna say ribcage.
Yeah, let's go for the rib.
Yeah.
You reach down and break off the skeleton's cracked rib. A moment later, the rest of the bones crumble to dust.
We've got your bone.
Kim crows. Yeah, you mutter. You wish you could feel excited, but you're too creeped out. You just want to get out of here. You glance at your watch. 11 p.m. 1 hour to find the campsite. You and Kim hurry out of the cave. Kim examines your map by using a flashlight. This way, she calls, heading downhill. She seems confident about where she's going. You follow, you follow her. The moon is up and it's still very dark in the trees. After a few moments, you come to a place where the trees are thinner. The ground seems strangely rocky.
Come on.
Kim orders, beckoning impatiently. You're halfway across the rocky field when you stumble over something. You shine your flashlight down and see what it is. Whoa, it's not a rock. It's a gravestone. You're in a graveyard. Turn to page 137.
Oh, I don't like graveyards.
Kim whines.
Why did we have to come this way?
Don't ask me. You're the one with the map. You retort. Then you notice something odd. A glass beaker. The kind they use in science labs. is lying on top of a gravestone you step closer, squinting at the white label on the beaker. Property of the cemetery man, you read out loud. The cemetery man. Wasn't he the guy Ted asked about? The one Coach Crump said didn't exist? Then you hear a noise. Scrape, scrape, scrape. The sound is coming from a grave. The one with the beaker on it. You aim your flashlight at the grave. No, this can't be real. A hand is pushing its way up through the ground. A moment later, a hideous head thrusts into the air. The same thing is happening to the other graves. The dead is rising. Flee to page 47. So this is Night of the Living Dead. Where the dead rise up from wait, no, it's... I'm not sure if it was like a virus from that movie or if the zombies actually arise from the grave. Either way, the dead is rising. A freshly risen zombie staggers toward you. It groans. Finally, you get what it's saying. Food! As in you! You're in a total terror meltdown. A zombie grabs you. You knock its hand away. Another has Kim down. It's about to bite her. You tackle the monster and pull it off her. Your fingers sink deep into the rotten flesh of its arm. Yitch! Run! You scream. You and Kim sprint out of the graveyard. A zombie's heavy steps thud behind you. Then Kim trips over a tree root. She hits the ground hard.
No! She shrieks. Help me! I hurt my ankle! Help me!
The zombie is only a few feet away. You know that if you were hurt, Kim would leave you hanging. So should you stick your neck out for her? Alright, we're given a choice. Help Kim or keep running.
Huh. I mean, like, we should stick together, right? How many of us is there again? Like
There's
two?
only the two of us and Kim.
Hmm.
There are probably so many zombies in that graveyard.
Yeah.
Uh,
I know.
uh, if we run, is that actually gonna make Kim die?
Not necessarily. It
I mean, she
depends.
will come back as a zombie, but
Yeah.
one less zombie is uh, one less zombie for the crowd is definitely better than one more zombie in the crowd.
Yeah, I mean, we'll probably save them later, but that's saying a lot.
No, we need to help Kim now. It's either
Yeah,
now
I
or
agree.
never. If like zombies are coming closer to her, she hurt her ankle. We have to help her.
Yeah, I agree. Huh.
All right, we're helping her.
Okay. Mhm.
You can't let Kim face a flesh-eating zombie alone. You turn back and grab her hands. Come on, you cry, pulling her up. We'll lose the zombie in the woods. Kim leans on you. The two of you stumble into the trees. You hear the zombie crashing through the trees. It moans. Quickly, you switch directions, and then the woods are silent. Where'd the zombie go? Did you lose it? Or is it laying some kind of trap for you? You sniff the air. Is it your imagination? Or can you catch a faint whiff of rotting flesh? Hurry! You urge Kim. You drag her along. The rotten smell grows stronger, and then you crash right into a tall, dark form. Turn to page 48.
A zombie!
Kim shrieks. What are you talking about? Wait, no, sorry. What are you talking about? A familiar voice cries. It's Coach Crump! It's practically faint with You practically faint with relief. Where have you been? The coach demands. It's almost midnight. You start to tell him about the zombies, but the coach waves you off. Camp just over this ridge, he tells you. Don't you see the sign? He points to a white sign that says Camp Out. You follow him to the campsite. The other kids are already in their sleeping bags, snoring.
Isn't there any food? I'm starving,
Kim complains. You missed the cookout, the coach replies. He doesn't seem to care that you're both hungry. It's time to sleep. How about our medals, you ask? We're the only ones who got a bone from Zombie Cave. We'll talk about it tomorrow, Coach Crump says. Coach Crump snaps. Now turn in. What a grouch. You crawl into your sleeping bag, you're just dozing off when a noise awakens you. Glance across the campfire, and feel your heart stop in fear. On to page 35. Someone is bending over the sleeping Tracy, aiming a gun at her. You're about to shout a warning, then you see something that makes you laugh. The gun squirts liquid on her. It's only a water gun. But Tracy sits bolt upright, screaming, then her eyes film over. Her face seems to shrivel. She moans softly. You've heard that moan before. Tracy has turned into a zombie. Something in the water gun is transforming the living into the living dead. The person with the water gun creeps over to Ted's sleeping bag. He squirts the liquid in Ted's face. Ted awakens with a moan. He rises, hands outstretched. This is awful. All your fellow hikers are becoming zombies. You better wake Coach Crump. Maybe he'll know what to do. Quietly, you unzip your sleeping bag. You crawl around the campfire to where Coach Crump is sleeping. But his sleeping bag is empty. Coach Crump is the one squirting them. Turn to page 25. Coach Crump is gone. You glance back at the person with the water gun. He's now bent over Kim. The embers at the campfire give off just enough light for you to see his face. It's Coach Crump. Coach Crump is the one making your friends into zombies. And now he's moving toward your sleeping bag. You've got to get out of this nightmare. You scuttle toward the woods, but a voice calls out. It's Kim. Only Kim is now a zombie. She stands by the fire. Her eyes are lifeless. Flies buzz around her putrid flesh. She points straight at you. Time to go bogey. You zig through the trees. You zag through the bushes. In the distance, you hear Coach Crump shouting. Head for Camp Running Leaf. We'll get the rest of them there. You'd like to warn the campers, except there's no way you can find your way back to camp unless you follow the zombies. It seems risky. Maybe you should just run away. Alright, we're given a choice. Follow the zombies to the camp, or run as far away from the zombies as possible.
Oh, I know, because look, I've
Follow the
now think.
zombies, or run away.
Go on.
And you were going first, so I'm just gonna...
Okay, fine. I know, because, I mean, now thinking about it, saving Kim was pointless because, I
She's
know,
a
it's just,
zombie.
yeah, basically.
It seems like she was gonna be a zombie either way.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, I
Well,
think,
we at least made her go out less painful than it would have been.
yeah,
Assuming that they
true.
didn't feel pain while the water was being squirted out.
I mean, I'm just gonna, should we run? Because, like,
Uh,
I don't know.
I know zombies. They can smell human flesh.
Yeah.
And they can also be very hearing the sound. So if we snap a twig and they all turn to us, we're pretty much just fresh meat for them.
Hmm.
I say we just run.
Wait.
I mean, we didn't run when Kim needed help, so I say we run this time.
Yeah. I mean, look, we have 3 more lives left. What have we got to lose?
All right, let's run for it.
Mm-hmm.
You keep running. Keep running, you say to yourself. Sooner or later, you're bound to find a camp, or a road, or a town, or something besides zombies. You crash through the dark woods. All you care about is escaping. Finally, you spot something white ahead, a sign. It reads, Camp Out. Oh no, you're back at the Camp Out sign. You ran in big circles. Stumble to a halt, panting. Snap! A branch breaks. Then you feel breathing on your neck. Someone or something is right behind you. It's too late to hide. Slowly, you turn around. Face it on page 87. Is it just me, or does camp out seem like keep out? Is it just me, or is it camp out, keep out?
Yeah. Wait. What's it called? To camp.
Camp out, but that seems similar to keep out.
Yeah, true. Especially because now, uh, our like coach guy is like the villain, I guess.
Coach Crump. And now there's someone right behind us, but we don't know who it is.
Hmm.
We're about to find out who it is.
I guess.
You can't believe who is standing behind you. Uncle Ed! You cry. At last, Uncle Ed says. He's carrying a flashlight. By its glow, you can see that he looks tired and worried. I've been searching for you for hours, and I'm glad to see you, you exclaim. The whole incredible story pours out of you about the zombies and Coach Crump. I'm sorry, Uncle Ed says when you've finished talking. I never should have brought you on this mission. Mission? You stare at your uncle in confusion. Uncle Ed glances around to make sure no one is listening. You see, I'm with the X Factors, he whispers. It's a secret it's a secret security organization. We investigated unnatural events. On the way to Camp Pendleton, I made a cell phone call. Remember? You nodded, dazed. The X Factors? That's that's when I got the assignment to investigate Camp Running Leaf. There were rumors the cemetery man was there. The cemetery man, you exclaim. But Coach Crump said that there was no such thing as there was no such person as the cemetery man. Uncle Ed shakes his head. He was lying, he tells you. Coach Crump is the cemetery man. Learn the whole horrible truth on page 49. Coach Crump is the cemetery man. He was saying that just to trick us. Coach Crump is the cemetery man? You gasp. What does it all mean? Uncle Ed lays his hand on your shoulder. Listen carefully. We don't have much time, he warns you. You see the cemetery man is a chemist. Well, to put it simply, he developed a chemical that will bring the dead back to life. The thing in his formula has a horrible side effect. One drop on your skin, and your skin will turn living humans temporarily into zombies. You remember Coach Crump's water gun, and the beaker in the cemetery. They must have held the zombies making chemicals. You stare at Uncle Ed in horror. But why? You blurt. Why is he making all these zombies? He's creating an army, Uncle Ed explains. The zombies are completely under his control. We think he plans to take over the world. He sounds completely insane, you whisper. He is, Uncle Ed agrees. It's my job to stop him. He gazes solemnly at you. But I need your help. Flip to page 123. I'm in, you reply instantly. But how can we stop the cemetery man? The first thing is, we've got to get the zombie making chemical from him, Uncle Ed replies. As I mentioned, the side effect on humans is temporary. If they don't get the fresh dose of chemical every day for a month, the effect will wear off. It will wear off? That's a relief. That means there is hope for the other hikers. Even Kim. Uncle Ed continues. Here's the plan. One of us will pretend to be a zombie. The pretend zombie will distract Crump. The other will take the water gun from him. Okay, you say doubtfully. To tell the truth, the plan sounds kind of lame to you, but you don't have any better ideas. The next question is, who gets to play the zombie? Alright, we're given a choice. If you want to act as a zombie, turn to page 114. If you want to go for the water gun, turn to page 45.
Ooh. I'm gonna say the zombie plan. I don't know because what if he has a separate one? I'm just saying.
Remember when I said about zombies that can smell human flesh?
Yeah.
Unless we're gonna disguise as a zombie, then that'd be different. But if we're completely human, that just seems too obvious.
Yeah, exactly.
I say we go for the water gun. What we can shoot Crump instead.
Yeah, yeah, true. But what if he pulls out another one and
What if we shoot him first?
Well, yeah, that wouldn't make it an issue, but you know what I mean. Yeah, it'll make it
I say we go for the
harder.
water gun.
Yeah, I'll say
If
Morgan.
this is wrong, we still have 2 more lives.
Yeah, nothing to lose.
Alright, we're going for the water gun. You be the zombie, you tell Uncle Ed. After all, you're the secret agent. You and Uncle Ed track the cemetery man and his army to the clearing rear of Camp Running Leaf. You hide behind this tree until I give you the signal, Uncle Ed whispers. Then he lurches into the middle of the clearing, moaning. You peek around the tree. Isn't Uncle Ed getting a little too close to the zombie campers? Before you can warn him, Samantha darts over and bites him on the leg. Fan! Oh, she moans. Uncle Ed shudders, his eyes instantly glaze over. His skin turns ashy and starts to curl away from his bones. Guess what? He's not pretending to be a zombie any longer. Uncle Ed spins and points at your hiding place. He moans. Zombies stalk toward you. Horrified, you turn and run, but before you can get far, you feel something wet hit the back of your neck. Oh no! Are you brave enough to turn around on page 130? You turn around, Coach Crump is standing there, water gun in hand. Okay, so you're a zombie. As it turns out, though, being a zombie is not worse. It's not the worst thing in the world. True, within a month, most of your skin rots away, your teeth and hair fall out, and you lose all your toes. But not one makes any cracks about it. That's because, thanks to the cemetery man and his army, everyone falls into the world and has been turned into a zombie. And all you zombies live. Uh, that is, don't live. Happily ever after. The end. Wow. So I completely had it wrong the entire time. Going for the water gun was the wrong choice.
Yeah. I don't know. Was that a good ending? Okay,
We,
no, I wasn't.
like,
Obviously,
we,
no.
Uncle Ed got bitten and was turned, and we tried to run away, but Crump got us with his water gun.
Yeah. I mean, he just kind of.
Alright, so I guess you were right about the zombie plan.
Sure.
Let's go
Should we
back and what?
wait? Should we do that? Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Go
we
on.
we tried the water gun thing and it didn't work. So let's act like a zombie.
Sure.
I'll be the zombie. You volunteer. Uncle Ed nods. I'm counting on you, he tells you. You and Uncle Ed follow the zombies. Trail through the dark woods. It is almost dawn before you catch up with the hideous creatures. They're on the ridge overlooking Camp Running Leaf. You peer out from behind a tree trunk. The zombie kids are stirring, sitting around a small campfire. If their eyes weren't open, you'd swear they were all dead. They are dead, you remind yourself. Coach Crump is pacing back and forth. He drones. First, we'll take over Running Leaf. Next, we'll conquer. It sounds like he's addressing the troops, you think with disgust. Uncle Ed taps you on the shoulder. Go, he mouths. You swallow hard. Here goes nothing, you say to yourself. You step into the flickering light of the campfire. Step over to page 12. It's still dark, so the zombies can't see you clearly. You step out from behind the tree. You moan in your best zombie emission. So the last hiker is now one of us. Crump, Crump gloats. You moan. You wonder for a moment if there's an Oscar for the best emission of a zombie of an undead fiend. If there were, You wouldn't win if you wouldn't win it. Coach Crump peers suspiciously at you. You look a little too healthy, he says. To be on the safe side, I better spray you again. Spray you? Your eyes go wide with horror. Coach Crump raises his water gun. One drop, and you're dead. Worse than dead. But Uncle Ed darts from behind the tree and grabs the gun. It's over, cemetery man, Uncle Ed calls. You'll never turn another kid into a zombie. No! Coach Crump shrieks. The two men struggle for the water gun. You watch helplessly as they sway back and forth. Is Uncle Ed winning? Suddenly, liquid jets out from the water gun and hits. Hits who? Find out on page 34. Uncle Ed turns around. His eyes are bulging. Coach Crump also turns around. His eyes are dead? Coach Crump has become a zombie. He moans, "Phew," and heads straight for you. Get out of the way! Uncle Ed shouts it to you. He holds up the water gun. I'm the master now. Crump, do your bidding. Crump turns to stare at Uncle Ed, drooling. You hold your breath. Your heart pounds. Can Uncle Ed really control the zombies? Go to page 31. Coach Crump wheels around and stands obediently before Uncle Ed. The zombie kids follow. You let out your breath. Yes, it worked! The next day, Uncle Ed drives you to Camp Pendleton. The real Camp Pendleton. Maybe this time I'll win a medal, you say as you climb out of the car. Maybe, kid. Oh, before I forget, I have something for you. Uncle Ed hands you a slip of pale green paper. What is this? You ask, mystified. It's a check, Uncle Ed replies. Didn't I tell you? There's a reward for capturing the cemetery man? You peer down at the check. Your eyes bulge. You've never seen so many zeros. As it turns out, you don't win any medals at Camp Pendleton, but you don't care. Because now you can buy all the medals you want. The end. Not only did we capture the cemetery man, but we became rich.
Okay, that's surprising. I don't know. I mean, that's just
That's a
surprising. I mean,
that's a good ending for me. That's a good ending for me so far.
yeah. I don't know. So we basically became bounty hunters, right? Like, well, kinda.
I
It's
mean, it
hinted.
it just says we never seen so many zeros. We don't
Yeah.
know how much money exactly, but we do know it's a lot of zeros in there.
Yeah,
Maybe like
true.
million or billion.
Yeah. Sounds good enough. I mean, hmm.
But I think, and it also said we can buy as many medals as we want. So I guess we just became rich. We're not like bounty hunters.
Yeah, true.
Well, yeah, I think that's a good ending.
Hmm.
All right, those of you watching, I hope you guys enjoyed this Choose Your Own Adventure live stream for Escape from Camp Run for Your Life. Next time will be Attack of the Beastly Babysitter, but that will be later in July, because I'll be going camping in about a week. It was fitting to do a camping book before I go camping. I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you guys in the next stream. Goodbye!